Round two. We're going to keep this one. I don't know what I'm playing first, though. I almost want to play Leaf Gilder first, I think, right? And then go into Dwynen's Elite. I think that makes more sense. Opponent is also keeping on the play. Timberpack Wolf. Not bad. Alright. I think now we play the Timberpack Wolf because I do want to trade with a Topin Freeblade. And if he has a combat trick, so be it. No attacks, no land plays. That's good news for us. So now we go Leaf Gilder and pass. Since we also, like our opponent, miss our land drop. Could have played the Visionary, I guess, but no, I don't like that as much. So now I kind of want to draw a land so I can go Visionary Starfish, which would be the ideal one. Blue-white Stalwart Haven. So stalwart. So stalwart. Draga Invocation. Alright, let's go Visionary first here. Well, alright. Yeah. Go Visionary, hopefully draw a land. Did not. It's unfortunate. So I guess next turn we get to go Recluse at least to block the Aven, which is nice. Towergeist is a pretty phenomenally strong card. No doubt. Got our land, so we got some options here. I think we... I mean, I can go Wild Instincts. I think we go Recluse first. And then pass. Do wish I had a Might of the Masses right about now, but that's alright. Ringwarden Owl. Alright. I think that's our target. So yeah, I guess we just kill Owl. I'm trying to set up for a Draga Invocation, so I want this Elite at some point. But for now, we'll just kill the Owl and pass. I mean, we're in still pretty good shape here, but not ready to attack the Timberpack Wolf yet. All right. So we can kill all his blockers. I don't love it though. I think we want to just get some Omega creatures here. So let's get Elite and Orchard Spirit, I think. Because I guess we're attacking next turn. And this makes the best use of the mana and gives us the most dudes. Alright, so let's just set up for a Omega Drog Invocation. Like, I could have swung with Timberpack Wolf, and he maybe took it, or would take it, but I like this a bit more. Kind of want our opponent to tap out as well. Mana-wise, at least. Just so I can do a ridiculously big Drog Invocation. Alright, so perfect. We're going to invocate Draga style. Land there would have actually been nice. We got in with we would have been able to get in with the Leaf Killer, but this is still pretty busted. We eat everything. And as well as get in a bunch of damage here. No survivors. No survivors, and what? 10 damage? Or 9 damage? Or 8 damage? I can do maths. Alright. I see. Since that can only be blocked by flyers anyway, he doesn't want to make it so his guys can't block non-flyers, and he's obviously digging for some protection here. And Protectician post-combat. Well, glad it worked out like that, to be honest. So, swing everything. His blocks are Tactician on Leaf Killer, maybe? Towergeist. We don't have lethal, so I think that we're just... What are we swinging with? Guess we're swinging with Wolf, Elite, Spirit. Because I kind of want 2 guys in the graveyard so I can slam this Scab Goliath. Alright. Guess I could do the Leaf Gilder too. So, I think he blocks Leaf Gilder. We'll see what he does with the other guys. Or, oh, Wolf, yeah. Yeah, because he thinks, man, it's pretty good for us. Basically get to play a big fat dude. And even if he's got Suppression Bond or Claustrophobia, we've got the Naturalist. Let's see if he's got the Flare, maybe. Alhamerit. Alright. It's pretty good. Whirler Rogue. Well, not having the second blue is a little bit awkward there. So, I swing everything. He does have to do blocks. What if he just blocked, or blocked there and there? He would only take 8, so makes it more complicated. I guess I do just swing Scab Goliath, because if I swing team, he gets to just... Well, what is he? He can't kill Scab Goliath anyway, can he? I just don't have lethal is the problem. And I can't play Naturalist. I guess we attack with Scab Goliath. I just don't think attacking with everything is correct there. Now I just need to survive. He's got 2 cards in hand. What could he have that would kill me here? If he has Sentinel the Eternal Watch, he can tap my Scab Goliath. So the question is, do I chump here since he's attacking? I feel like I do, but I'm not sure why. I think it's because it buys me an extra turn. It's interesting. I don't know if this is correct. I think we do upkeep Scryfish too, because if there's not an island on top, we need an island. Bottom that. Wild Instincts is pretty sick. What is his last card? Alright, let me think about this. So let's say his last card is a bounce spell. I'm trying to think if I want to Wild Instincts with Dwynen's Elite on Stoward Haven, or if I want to do it as Scab Goliath. Scab Goliath currently is not lethal. Let's say I Wild Instincts that, get 8 power. I'm thinking of spreading this out. Is that wise, though? Let's say I Wild Instinct Stoward Haven. Ugh. I think I gotta go for the Scab Goliath Stoward Haven. I can't quite wrap my head around what he's got. That's the problem. Let's see if this works, I guess. Maybe I do want to split it. Yeah, okay. I think we split it. All right. 5. I think I'm going to be 1 short then. All right. I still swing everything, I believe. Okay. So he gets to prevent. God. So because his last card is Enshrouding Mist, does that mean everything's messed up now? Let's say he blocks. I swing everything. How does he block? He has to block Dwayne's Elite. He has to block Scab Goliath with Amper. I think he blocks Scab Goliath with Stalwart Aven. Dwayne's Elite with Knight. And then Visionary with Tactician. So he just loses Knight. Which isn't great for us. This is tough. I think I just swing with Elite and Goliath, right? He'd have to triple block Goliath, which he can't do. I think he blocks... I don't think attacking with the Visionary and Warrior is good, though. So I guess the attack is just Elite and Goliath. And his block is going to be... I think Aven on Goliath and Knight on Elite. And if I attack with the Visionary and the Elf Warrior, he blocks Tactician there. Or can he do that? He blocks Knight there. Tactician. Aven Goliath takes 1. Elite that block there. Yeah, I think this is the best attack. Just because I don't think I quite have enough lethal. I'm 1 short of lethal if I swing with everything, I believe, right? Because he's going to take 1 trample, trade there, block there. So actually, I guess I'm 2 short of lethal, the way I see it. I think he just trades Knight. Yeah, this is kind of the block I was expecting. So yeah, if I had attacked with these 2, like I said, he would have just taken 2 damage there. So I think it was wise to not swing with everything. I mean, we're not dead on backswing, and he has to top deck, and we get a scry next turn. I have used a lot of time, I admit. I've used just an absurd amount of time, but it's only because this is kind of a clutch point of the game. So I do need to make quicker decisions because this is only game 1. Kind of glad he didn't attack with anything. We are in dire need of an island. Alright. What I was going to do is make the Goliath unblockable and attack with both Visionary and Goliath, since that plays around Celestial Flare. So, opponent is blue-white. We're definitely bringing Aerial Volley. Saw more than enough flyers to justify that. Enchantments, I don't think we saw. Mantle of Webs, I guess, is consideration. I don't love it, though. I think the Recluses are fine for that, helping with that. What do I cut for an Aerial Volley? Which is a legitimate question. On the draw, maybe cut the Force Mage. It is an elf, though. And I need all the creatures I can get for these Scab Goliaths. I don't know about bringing in Mantle of Webs. That seems a bit sketchy. I think I've got enough ways to deal with flyers. Whirler Rogue, Aeronaut, Double Recluse, Aerial Volley. Maybe I cut the Titanic Growth. I gotta keep my creature count relatively high. I think Titanic Growth's phenomenal, though. Maybe I cut Disperse. I like resetting Renown. And it plays around combat tricks better than, like Enshrouding Mist, better than Titanic Growth does. That's challenging. I really don't know which of those two cards I like more. I think I like everything else, though, more than these two. I still like Disciple. Like, I don't want to cut a creature, basically. So I think it is Titanic Growth or Disperse. Like I said, Disperse plays better around... I think Titanic Growth just ends games better, though. So I will cut the Disperse. Alright. So I am a couple minutes behind my opponent. I can't make, like, rapid fire decisions because I think that you're just more likely to make mistakes. But I do have to put a little bit of pep in my step here and make some quicker decisions. That last game, though, like I said, that Wild Instincts play was just... It's really confusing me. I think it ultimately worked out pretty well, actually. Surprisingly. But, because, like, if I had Wild Instincted it with the... Well, I guess maybe it would have panned out the same. I don't know. We're keeping this hand, by the way. Seems like a good hand. I mean, I'd like to start with the Starfish. No Taupe and Freeblade's good. We're definitely starting with Starfish here. Drawing 2 lands is like... We definitely need to get that going. No land play? That is really good for us. Empath. I think we hold off on the Elite. I want the extra dude. I mean, granted, I need to pressure him, but yeah, I think he was going to draw a land at some point, right? Like, now we get the extra dude, which is actually good for our deck. Recluse. Better than a land, so I guess we will keep it. Against our opponent's deck, I think it's actually pretty good. Well, both of those are keepable, huh? Well, do we need a second Recluse? Suppose not. Second Knight. All right. Tax, I mean, it's got the Enshrouding Mist, but I'm not gonna play around it. I mean, I'm glad he didn't attack and have Enshrouding Mist, but let's see what we got on top here. Land just goes. The rest, I guess, is a case-by-case basis. I think we're going Elite plus Recluse. I still want to believe my opponent's either got a Claustrophobia or... Ooh, keeping that on top. Let's go Elite. And I am actually going to swing with Empath here. I know you're wondering why. Well, I really want to put Scab Goliath into play, so pushing damage through and having a follow-up play here. I still can block both of his guys pretty effectively, actually. I get to go Warrior Recluse on one and Elite on the other, so I think that's just fine. Alright, so he's going to go Shrouding Mist, I assume. But I guess it could be Mighty Leap, maybe? Celestial Flare. Well, I guess I just sack a token then, because then I make a trade plus... Oh. Alright. You're going to bust your cooldowns. Don't forget that Scryfish. No land. Disciple, I kind of like, actually. No need to play the Naturalist just yet. So, I guess we can just swing with Recluse. It doesn't deal as much damage, but I'd prefer to trade things right now with a Scab Goliath in hand. Does that make sense? Consul's Lieutenant's pretty good. Bottom that. Untap. Draga Invocation. Yeah, it's pretty insane. No combat tricks either. That is like Christmas, my friends. Sentinel. Well, sure glad I got this claustrophobia. So he's going to lock down the Disciple, still take 3. Keep that on top. Alright, let's swing with... Yeah, I guess we do swing with the Empath. And the Recluse, I guess. I mean, we want to play Scab Goliath pretty clearly here. Well, sure glad I got this naturalist in hand. Although, I mean, he's going to be able to sentinel down our Goliath anyway, I guess, huh? It's alright. That's alright. It's pretty nice, actually. Guess we swing first. Oh, I guess I want to hold back though. So, still going to be able to lock down our Scab Goliath. But we've got claustrophobia. We've got a handful of goodies. We've got our scryfish doing work. Concession? That's a surprising concession, I got to admit. I think the most important reason why it's surprising is he wasn't... Let me think about what would happen. So he taps down Scab Goliath. We can swing with Disciple plus Naturalist. What were we going to... So we would have scried that down. We would have drawn a land anyway. That seems surprising. Like, granted, if he didn't have anything, we were going to be able to get in for 7 damage, plus play an Aeronaut, because we could Claustrophobia the Ringwarden Owl. But it still seemed like a bit preemptive of a concession. Still, I like it. We'll take it. Geez, we were actually 2 scries away from... We were going to go scry, down a land, draw a land, scry, down a land, draw a land, scry, down a land, draw a Timberpack Wolf. So we were at least 2 turns from actually seeing a spell again. But yeah, I mean, opponent's deck was very good. We just managed to, hiccuped a couple times on lands. That's all it really took for us to amass a powerful army. So pretty sweet. We'll see you in the finals.